This was the week where the Masters was supposed to be taking place, but with no Masters to speak of, what does a professional golfer do with his time during these strange times?
Not a whole lot. There's not much to do. Luckily for us, with our profession, the golf courses, most of them are still open down here, so guys can still go out and play. Um, but there's no competition. There's no tournaments going on right now, so it's just kind of a lot of downtime. You're either in your apartment or home, just kind of hanging out, or going to the gym or playing golf, and that's about it. I mean, there's nothing to play in, so it's just a lot of sitting around and just kind of waiting this thing out.
Yeah, you're one of the few that can actually play your sport during this strange period of time in terms of athletics, with everything being closed down, but the golf courses are still available to you, so that's nice. But let's go back down memory lane here for a moment. So we go 2016. You were playing in the Masters after earning an invitation by being the runner-up at the 2015 U.S. Amateurs. But this was the type of thing. What was it like when you first got there? What was that first tee shot like?
Yeah, it was nerve wracking. I'm not gonna lie. I was actually the whole morning. I was pretty calm. I had a great warm up session. I was feeling pretty confident. And actually, Doc Rotella, the golf psychologist, he was on the putting green, warming up with me, and just kind of in my ear the whole time, just reminding myself, trust my swing and all that kind of stuff. And I was feeling good walking the tee. Everything was normal. And then they called my name, and I put the tee in the ground to tee the ball up, and I was just kind of like, holy cow, like this is real. And that's kind of when the nerves kind of started to settle in. And luckily for me, I teed off last out of the threesome I was playing with the two other guys. They didn't hit very good drives, so I was like, all right, like I can do this. Like they're I didn't really have much good shots to go off in front of me, but I just kind of teed it up and ripped one down the middle, and it was a great way to start the week.
Yeah, you get that thing behind you. It's all gravy moving forward. But that year, you didn't make the cut, so you were able to play 2 rounds at Augusta National. What was your favorite golf moment during those 2 days?
Yeah, I was trying to think, like, I don't really have like a specific moment I can think of. Just like, I don't know, all my family, I had a lot of buddies come down for the week, and we all stayed in a big house together. And, just to share that moment with all them was really special. I had a lot of relatives come in for the week and to watch me play. And, like I said, just to be able to be out there with them and, every day, and have them supporting me out there, living out my dream, it was really cool.
To this day, have you ever had a more pressure-packed tee shot than that one to start off that run?
To this day, no. Actually, the funny anecdote, the most nervous I was all week, though, was probably the day before Thursday. On Wednesday, the par three contest. I was playing with Zach Johnson and Smiley Kaufman that day, and they both made hole-in-ones. Zach Johnson made a hole-in-one on 7. Smiley made a hole-in-one on 8, and I was just kind of sitting there like, all right, sweet guys. Like, like they were both shooting like 4 or 5 under par on the little 9-hole par three course, and I was just like, wow, like this is crazy. So that, out of the whole week, that was probably my most nervous moment.
Give us an update where you are today in your golf career. Maybe not today specifically, but how about even February 28th? Where were you in your golf career before all this madness set in?
Yeah, I have no status on any tours right now, so I'm really just taking this year to improve my game and try to get better and get ready for Q school next fall, and for 2021. I had Corn Ferry tour status last year. Got a couple starts, but didn't play my best and kind of struggled. So, I'm just kind of using this time to get better, and hopefully when this whole pandemic thing blows over, I'll be back to playing the type of golf I know I'm capable of.
All right. Well, in the meantime, trying to avoid being stir crazy, take it out on the links. And thanks for taking a little bit of time to be with us here. Interesting to see your home there. I love what you've done with the place, by the way, right there.
I should probably, I have all this time, sitting at home. I could probably put up some paintings or something, but yeah, I'll work on that.
Yeah. There's no excuse anymore. The home projects have got to get done. All right. Well, we are at home with the Who's. In today's case, Derek Bard. We're presented in part by our friends over at UVA Health. No matter the arena, no matter the field, your best deserves our best. UVAHealth.com. All right. Thank you very much, Derek, and we'll look forward to catching up with you soon. Stay healthy.
Sounds good. Thanks for having me on.